Welcome to Window Week. At this point of the project, it really starts to come to life. You can really start to see the exterior and the interior form take shape.
We want to get this place sealed up tight, weatherproof for those devastating California rainstorms.
You mean like the temporary tarps that are in place right now?
Yeah.
To hold back the rainstorm?
It's really good timing, and I promise it does rain here.
These openings were designed and engineered for max clear span, both in height and width. And to be honest, there's very limited manufacturers out there who will meet all of those requirements and provide you a warranty.
It's so important to work with a great distributor who knows their product backwards and forwards. We worked with Window Visions right out here in Solana Beach, and they're experts. They helped us scour heaven and earth to find the right manufacturer for this project. We went with Western Windows and Door Systems. They provide the warranty, the modern look, the great colors, and like Marshall said, the biggest glass possible.
Yeah, we had a lot of other manufacturers that might be able to do a door similar in size or maybe a window similar in size, but then they didn't have the warranty, or they'd tell you, hey, we'll take care of it supposedly, but Western was actually willing to put that in writing, and they don't have the ocean exclusion clause because we're closer than a mile.
These homeowners were really excited to know that Western would stand behind their product in writing, being this close to the ocean. That coastal exclusion, read the fine print, it's everywhere, but Western is willing to stand behind their product, and these homeowners couldn't be happier.
One of the other things that we had to find in the manufacturer was to meet Title 24 requirements, which was crucial to have Brent with Window Visions on our team too, is because honestly, the other windows that met the architectural and the design feasibility would not actually meet the Title 24 requirements.
California has some of the most strict energy requirements in the nation. It's not enough to just have dual pane glass anymore. What sets this window apart is the deeper, thicker thermal break, and what that does is make sure that the heat absorbed from the outside of the frame doesn't transfer to the inside.
One of the biggest struggles that all builders have is truly understanding the intent of the design and the precision that is needed. When dealing with full span on width and height, it becomes very critical on how the drywall is supposed to terminate at the head and how the floor is supposed to terminate into the sills themselves. You want to explain?
Our intent is for zero sight lines. That means floor to ceiling glass. That means if the ceiling is out a little bit, if the floor is out a little bit, you have a problem. You cannot reorder a house full of windows. So it's really important that your builder is really intense on the details and the minutia, double, triple, quadruple checking every measurement before we go to order.
The other part of the struggle is whenever you ask the designer, what are we putting in? Oh, it's just that half-inch floor. It's no big deal. It doesn't matter at all. Well, clearly you can see how much things actually matter when you have a steel beam on my right, a steel beam on my left, a steel beam on my head, and a steel beam below. It's critical for us to actually know the height of the floor and what other associated materials are with that. For example, do you remember the soundboard?
No.
See? So these are details that they never take into consideration. So that changes you from a half-inch to 3/4 of an inch. The other obstacles no one ever thinks about is the bifold door has a very different type of threshold than the window does, creating another obstacle to where we want to align her perfectly zero tolerance floor 1/4 of an inch below both tops of thresholds. This becomes extremely challenging when in existing conditions. We have to rely on lasers and preemptively find the highs and lows and out of square plumb walls before we start our install.
That means if the homeowner picks wood to begin with for their flooring and then changes it at the last minute to tile, you're in trouble. You need to nail down these design issues and decisions early because you could cause catastrophic problems in the install phase later. Luckily, this homeowner bought wood and is sticking with wood.